Hi and welcome or welcome back to my channel. Look at me guys, what do you say? So much has happened since the last time we talked, so I thought it'd be really fun for us to sit down together, do our makeup, and have a little catch-up session. I've done this makeup look before and I was in love, so I'm redoing it and I think I'm gonna zhuzh it up and spice it up. So much. I also did a little poll on Instagram and I asked you guys to ask me questions that you want to know the answers to during this life update, so stay tuned for that as well. We're gonna go in with our skin prep. I guess you guys can tell that I'm not at my house, and for the people who actually watch my vlogs regularly and tune into my weekly vlogs, you already know where I'm at. So I moved back in with my parents and I moved out of my apartment. I told you guys life was getting really expensive. I was unemployed and I was spending $3,000 minimum a month on living by myself in the heart of downtown, and not including my utilities and groceries and gas money. And it's one of those things that's like super hard, because I kind of feel like, especially once you move out, moving back in with your parents feels like a step backwards. Sometimes you really have to make that kind of decision, and I feel like that's the most adult thing I've had to do in my entire life. And if I'm being completely honest, I've actually really enjoyed not having my own apartment anymore. I feel like a kid again. I have money again, bruh, and I'm able to just like really focus on the really important things in my life, like my family and my friends and my content creation journey, and also school. I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills pomade. Yes, I still live in pomade in the shade dark brown. And my homeless looking ABH brush that's like holding together by like tape. I could buy another one, but bruh, it's $30 for one of these, so I taped it right back up. Change number 2 is I am now working. And again, for the people who tune in regularly to my vlogs, that's not news to you. Honestly, I've been really feeling like content creation, as much as it's fun for me, now that I've started treating it as a job, oh, okay, so I'm making income from this, it really sucked the joy and the fun out of it. And I found that I was like really depressed and like really stressed out every time I thought about doing content creation. Put all this pressure on myself that was unnecessary, and it kept me from posting. So I really felt like the answer for me was to go back to school and to start working again, so then my income isn't dependent on brand deals. You know, now I have that freedom also too if I don't like a brand or I don't like a product. And so I feel like it's also allowed me to just be my authentic self, bro, and like just be extra honest with myself and with you guys as well. And I feel like content creation is just like fun again. The only thing that kind of sucks now that I'm working is, even though I'm really inspired, I don't really have time for content creation anymore. That little like double-edged sword that's not giving. I will be starting school. I was thinking about starting in September, but then I ended up just like kind of postponing that because of work. I'll be doing school in January and I'm so scared because it's been so long since I've been in school, and bro, I don't even know if I'm a good student anymore now that TikTok is a thing and I have the attention span of a fish. I don't know, I'm scared. But some of my favorite vlogs to watch are school vlogs, like people just like living aesthetically in uni. Love those. Yemarai Choto, she's a Zimbabwean college influencer. And then also Daisy. Hi guys. And we have more members. All are basically, she's not Zimbabwean, she's Korean, and she does these school vlogs and they're just so aesthetic and so fun, and I'm so looking forward to that era of my life. I'm just going to go in with this Essence brow gel. I like to shape them a specific way when I do my makeup, and so I have to like the ends at the very least gel them down. So now let's tap into the eye look real quick. I am going in with my Create paints. This ink is my most used paints. This is by James Charles's brand, Painted. These are still the ones that I got from LA when I went for the brand trip. It's so dried up. It's so crusty and dried up because it's literally my favorite thing. I use it like as like a lip liner, eyeliner, waterline, eyeshadow. So this is like, it's on its last legs. And then I'm also going to be going in with the shade Caution. I don't even remember how I did this. Let me look at this inspo picture again. Now the inspo picture being me. Bro, that's super cute. Why am I so cute? Speaking of vlogs, another thing I'm really excited about is coming back on YouTube. I'm going to be coming back with the regular Friday uploads. I just really wanted to come on here and let you know because it's serious. Eh? Kind of talk about how to broken English. No into our serious. You know she means business. I started a broadcast channel on Instagram where I literally just like talk to you guys every single day. So if you want like regular updates of like when I'm gonna be uploading, when I'm editing, like literally everything behind the scenes, check that out. So the Friday vlog will be a summer 2024 vlog and I'm so excited. Summer 2024 has given everything she needs to give and then some. And it's going to include everything I think from like June until my birthday, which was in August, but I think I'll include everything that happened in like the whole month of August because I don't have a birthday, I have a birthday season. That's a lot of vlog and it's good. Probably I'm thinking maybe gonna be around 45 minutes to an hour long. And as we speak right now, I'm in the process of editing it. This is what the eyeshadow is looking like so far. It's looking crazy. But one thing that I learned about doing my makeup is that it's okay to mess up. If you're scared to mess up, you will never probably ever get good with makeup because when you make mistakes, that's usually when you learn and good things come out of it. It's like, see how thick that is? Way more than I need. I have to keep looking at this picture. Before it dries, I'm gonna take a brush and I'm gonna blend that. See how smoky that just became? They're not related. Take a brush and then just blend that out. See, I didn't do too much. I just want like a subtle situation. I really want to talk, but bro, this needs my utmost like max concentration. Something about sticking your tongue out when you're doing your liner just makes it eat even more. Okay, so this is basically kind of sort of basically done. I really want to kind of tap into like finances. I know a lot of creators don't talk about finances, but me, you know what I'm saying, I like to keep it real. And by the way, this is my favorite concealer. If you've been watching my makeup tutorials since 2019, this was the first concealer I ever bought. This is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Concealer and my shade is shade 370. Just started using this foundation. Oh, this is the light reflecting foundation, by the way, and I have this one in the shade New Caledonia. But I'm also really excited now to really tap into these sponsorships that I really want to do, and not just doing sponsorships for money, because for a time there I would love to tell you that I've always just been like only taking brand deals I love. And again, mind you, I haven't even taken that many. A lot of the times my taking a brand deal was influenced 100% by the fact that I needed to pay my bills and my rent so I don't get evicted. The sponsor of today's video Online Makeup Academy is sponsoring this video and I'm so excited. To call it a sponsorship really doesn't even feel right because I feel like it was the most perfect collaboration. Because through the course that I've been taking with them, I've been able to better my makeup skills. The amount of DMs that I get from you guys asking me to do your prom/MD makeup, or even just like special occasion makeup, or just for vibes, is a lot. And I've never really been able to do other people's makeup, even though I can do my own, because I feel like they're two very different skill sets. But now that I've been starting to take this course and now I'm learning how to like properly match a foundation of different skin types, learning about undertones, and it made me realize too, like, bruh, like my foundation shade doesn't match my undertone. You see what I'm saying? I'm learning things. What I really enjoy about this course is that you're able to like really go through it chronologically, but as a person with ADHD, I've really just kind of been tapping into different things that I'm interested in. Every chapter is like labeled and you can really go and find exactly what it is that you want to either brush up on or something that you really want to learn more in depth in, learning about different skin types, oily, dry, how to properly prep the skin for each of the skin types, how to find a good primer that works best for different skin types, proper sanitization. Like, there's so much that goes into being a pro makeup artist, and I have a newfound respect for the industry, and I'm so excited to learn more. By the time that I'm finished this course, I'm gonna be able to get access to a pro makeup discount card, which is gonna give me up to 40% off in like a whole bunch of different brands. Bro, makeup forever. Anastasia Beverly Hills. You saw my brush. You saw how tattered my ABH brush was. Beauty blender, NYX Cosmetic, and so much more. Am I motivated to finish this course? Absolutely. Also too, you get lifetime access to this course. You know, if you do finish it, you can always go back to it and get access to past videos, and each of the sections have a comment section where you can discuss with other people who are also taking the course, ask questions to instructors, and really be able to have that one-on-one with an actual pro makeup artist and ask the questions and get responses. But I was also reading that you can also get postgraduate mentorship. So you can get mentorship after you're even done the course if you want, like, to kind of like elaborate on the stuff that you already went through. And you can also get like feedback as well on your skills as an individual. I don't know about you, but I really like that, because you might have specific things that you are struggling with that may not be in the comment section, or they may not even have addressed. And it's nice to know that there's someone there and available to you to answer those questions and to specifically help you with those things. On their website, Online Makeup Academy, they don't just have pro makeup artist services. You can also go in and learn pro hairstylist services. You can also go into special effects makeup, which is completely different from regular makeup. You can learn how to do makeup on kids for like professional TV type makeup, on men, working on mature skin, like grown, because the way that you do makeup on like a younger person and someone who is more mature obviously is gonna be different, and what's flattering is gonna be different. You can go into depth learning more about doing makeup on people who are acne prone, people with scarring, how to cover pimples, scars, getting into bridal makeup if that's something that you want to do, if that's a business that you do want to start with the certification. You can also get into those things and have that credibility when you're starting your business. It's my understanding that going to uni for these things can be really expensive. So, you know, at least when you're online, you can learn at your own pace and come out with a certificate that's valid and recognized, and will also be able to get you the same benefits as going to like an in-person school. Depending on the course you take, they also provide you with a beginner makeup kit. So honestly, I feel like you're getting a lot of value from this course, guys. And if you ever have been interested in any pro makeup services, or even just if you want to learn more about makeup but from a reliable source that you know that, okay, they know what they're doing and do it at a professional level, then I would 10 out of 10 would recommend to check out their website. Let me know what you think, and let me know if you do end up actually going and trying the courses and which one you go into. Thank you so much to Online Makeup Academy again for being today's sponsor, and I will continue updating you guys on my journey as I go through this course, because since I'm working right now, it's really difficult for me to just do it all in one go. So I'm doing a little bit at a time, When I finish that course, I get my certification, you guys will be the first to know. Let's get back to the video. Make some noise, y'all, with the our first sponsor. It felt so real and so natural. I feel like there's just so many tips and tricks that I've been learning through them that I don't know, like I feel like it's just like gonna add to like my makeup journey. I just love that sound. And I just do like 2 sprays on the brush. I don't know. Who knows, guys? Honestly, I was really struggling financially. I was really struggling financially. And I feel like that was because I had way more expenses than I had money coming in. And what I realized, and honestly what I would advise you, is that if you can stay home as long as humanly possible, 10 out of 10 would recommend. If you don't have to move out, bruh, stay at your parents' house as long as possible and save your coin. Because one of the things that I also really struggled with is that in that time that I was staying in that apartment, I didn't have furniture. That's a natural season to kind of go through. I feel like it could be avoided if you give yourself time to like actually like start looking for furniture and budget for that. Before I move out again, I also would love to have at least 3 to 6 months worth of expenses. So that's just like basic expenses, so like rent, etc, etc, etc. But if you give yourself that time to like save up that money, when you do move out, I promise you, paying bills isn't as exciting as it sounds. Like, it really isn't. It's the most ghetto thing in the entire world. And you really just give yourself that time. When you do move out, you can buy the furniture that you want instead of having to like, you know, and there's nothing wrong with thrifting. I've moved out so many times. I've lived in so many places by myself. And so I've experienced, you know, buying furniture fresh, you know what I'm saying, brand new. I've experienced having to like go to like thrift stores and buy furniture secondhand, and not even just thrift stores, but even like Facebook Marketplace. It's fire, by the way. You don't always have to buy brand new, but you can really experience like decorating your place the way that you really want to, and then being able to move in and not having a bare living room and having to always be in your bedroom because there's no furniture in the rest of your house. And you can just really enjoy and experience that, and I really want that. And I feel like at 25, bro, I need that. I need that in my life. I need that. I'm tired of struggling. I really am. I didn't have to move into a place that cost me $3,000 a month, but you know, I was thinking like, as a content creator, my motivation behind moving into that place was for content, because I was thinking to myself like, oh, if I move into like a really fire place, you know what I'm saying, like it'll just be like even more amazing for content. It's not worth it, bruv. It's not worth it, not unless the money's already talking. They say when you're able to afford something is when you are able to buy that thing at least like 10 times over and not blink, or at least 5 to 10 times over without blinking. I was able to, I thought I could afford that apartment because I made enough money to pay rent and pay all the bills. And so in my mind I was like, okay, period, I can afford this place. But that's not what being able to afford. I have to redefine my definition of like what being able to afford something is. What being able to afford an apartment to me is being able to pay the bills, and then on top of that, be able to live my life, still be able to travel, still be able to go and eat out with friends if I want to, still be able to buy makeup, you know what I'm saying, still be able to do all of these things, go on dates, you know what I'm saying, and like just experience life. I started using this Huda Beauty blush. I've never used Huda Beauty products until these were gifted to me, and this one is in the shade Strawberry Cream Blush Filter, and when I tell you, it smells so good, and it's also the most gorgeous baby pink I've ever seen in my entire life. Should I be showing you what brushes I'm using? This is like a fluffy angled brush. You can use any kind of brush. I really like a flat angled brush for my foundation. For my concealer, I like this like pat pointy-ish brush, or even if it's like one of these flat ones that's like this but flat. Love that. My bronzer, I use the same kind of brush, and then I'll show you the rest as we go. It's just so pretty. Honestly, babes, do not be in a rush to move out. You don't have to move out. You don't have to feel pressured because you feel like, oh my gosh, everybody else, da 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 da. Don't worry about what other people are doing. Don't worry about what other people are doing. You will move out. You will experience living by yourself at some point in your life, and when you do, it'll be the perfect time for you. And I just really pray and I wish that when you do move out, it's not under duress. Moving out under duress isn't cute, and it's not sustainable long term. But if you have to, you know what I'm saying, like if you have to for your safety, or etc, or because you have to because you don't have any other choice, period, you know what I'm saying, like tap in, you know. But otherwise, if you have that choice, I would say save up at least 3 months worth of expenses, and then also save up separately first month's rent and deposit, and then also save up a separate fund to furnish your place. And I know that sounds like a lot, but I promise you, if you get to a point where suddenly something happens to your income, which does happen, I've experienced that twice in my life, and it's the worst ever. Suddenly you don't have income, or your income is reduced, or for whatever reason something happens, so you can sit and be like, okay, I have 3 months to essentially to find myself something different or a new income stream, etc., without having to stress about, oh, I'm gonna get evicted. And another thing too that I was realizing while having a conversation with some of my family members is I realized like some of my family members who own houses, I was paying more than their mortgage payments, bro. At $3K for a 2-bedroom apartment downtown, or like $1,800 to $2K for a mortgage, a house that you own. And I feel like that really altered my brain chemistry, and so I feel like that's like the next stage of preparation for my life. I can't make content anywhere. I'm literally in my parents' house in my bedroom that's not aesthetically pleasing, with non-aesthetic bed sheets and non-aesthetic curtains that have been in here for like 20 years. The next part of the Love Life update that I really want to tap into is my mental health. I have been depressed, so depressed for most of this year, and not even just this year, but even like last year I was just really struggling. I'm just so depressed, to the point where I was starting to feel unaliving thoughts. That's a very hard place to kind of be. I really don't mean to trigger anybody. It really goes to show, honestly, that sometimes you never really know what a person's really going through. I wasn't depressed because of like my financial situation. I was just in general, and I feel like that added to it, and that's why like going back home to Zim was so healing for me. When I tell you, I cried so much on that trip, and it was just so healing. I almost didn't go because I was really poor at the time. I actually went to Zim with $200 in my pocket, and I was like, Father God, take care of me. And he did. He provided every step of the way. I didn't know where I was going to be staying. Boom, he provided. I didn't know how I was going to be eating food. Boom, he provided. You know what I'm saying? And so Zim was just so healing. But I really wanted to talk about this because I feel like I'm in such a better state of mind now, and here are some of the things that I feel like if you're struggling with this might help, or feel like the things that have at least made a difference for me. This is the Maybelline Fit Me. LOL, not that transition. Stop laughing. If you laugh, I'm gonna laugh. LOL. And I'm using it in the shade 30 Medium Deep. And just because I love you guys, I'm using a new powder puff. I got these from Amazon for $10, and they're super cute, and they're pink. So number one, I feel like that has really helped with my mental health, is building a solid community of people around me. A lot of the times, especially when you're feeling really depressed, your inclination is to like isolate yourself and be away from people. But honestly, I feel like you need to do the opposite. You need to surround yourself with people who are going to support you, who are going to pour life into you. I haven't been the type of person who has always had like lots of close friendships, but I feel like I've really been trying to like pour into and dating my friends as an adult. It's hard to make friendships, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of we spend most of our lives just kind of being friends with people who are around us out of convenience, and then as soon as you come out of school, it becomes really difficult because you realize, okay, now I actually have to make an effort. If I want to like keep up with this person, I have to go out of my way to take interest in their life. I have to go out of my way to like schedule time so that we could see each other. I have reminders on my phone, and I know that sounds dumb because you would think that you should just naturally be checking in on people, but I forget. And so I have reminders on my phone that say, oh, checking on this person, and I don't do everybody all at once. So every week it's different people, so then I'm not like super overwhelmed. And then I also try to schedule time with friends at least like once a week, whether it's like a phone call, FaceTime situation, or we meet in person, we go and we do something. And it doesn't have to cost money. You know, the amount of trips that me and Sheena took this year is crazy, and when I tell you, we didn't pay for anything. I don't even know how we survived, bro. You know, because I feel like as an adult too, that's another thing that like kind of keeps us from spending time with our friends, is like we feel like, oh, I always have to be spending money, but no, you don't. There's ways to keep it cute. I'm gonna go in with this Fenty Beauty powder. This is the banana powder. The way to keep your makeup crease proof, you would think, is to use little product, but lots of powder will literally change the game. So I like to give myself a little Hulk Hogan mustache. Another thing that I feel like has really contributed, sorry, there's people sleeping in my house. It's like 10 at night and I'm out here doing my makeup. I used to be able to get away with this when I was living by myself, but like, okay, contributed to like my mental health just being A1 steak sauce, is having a purpose to my day, having a purpose to life in general. I started vision boarding this year so I could put all my hopes, my dreams, and the things that I thought, oh, they'll never happen, onto my vision board. And I did that with my friend. We did that together. Me and Yemi did that together. And I feel like it's really important to discuss goals and aspire to do things and like push each other to do things within your friendships. Honestly really gave me purpose in the sense of like it allowed me to like visualize all of my goals, and then also to like figure out like, okay, because you like every week, every month, every 3 months, what are things that I need to be doing in order to be able to reach these goals. Just having that purpose when you're busy, I know it sounds counterproductive because again, like when you're depressed, you don't want to do anything. You want to rot in bed, and I feel like rotting in bed is cute, but don't let yourself rot all the time. You need to also do things, because when you're able to do things that are fun or even things to keep you busy, it helps take your mind off of the depression, and it allows your brain to breathe, because just constantly being in a state of like sad, depressed, like, it's not cute, you know. I kept myself busy even when I was unemployed, and I feel like keeping myself busy helped really take my mind off of things and just like remind myself that there's more to the world than what I'm going through right now. And I'm only saying this right now. One second, let me show you what my phone background is. And this is what my vision board looks like. She's super cute. So I have God within the center. I feel like getting in touch with my faith this year really helped with my mental health, but I'm not gonna get into that too much because it's not something that I feel like it's the right time to talk about. I have my YouTube goals, and we actually just reached 4K watch hours literally today. I got a notification that said that I am now eligible to apply for the YouTube partner program, and I don't want to cry because I was crying about it earlier today. And so boom, you know what I'm saying, we reaching goals. Wig influencer. I just got 2 wigs on the way currently right now, and we're in September, so it literally took me 9 months to get to this point. Vision board it. If you put it on your vision board, you're more likely to accomplish it because you're become obsessed. You're seeing this every single day. I put in here, this is my little work corner. I wanted a car. I just got a car literally like last week, and I had to go and get my new license, and it came in the mail today. And then I put work, and that's exactly what I'm doing in work. And then discipline and consistency. I put my content creation corner, and I'm currently in the process of working on my content creation corner. And I'll be doing like a room transformation once that does happen. I put 322k followers on TikTok, which I don't know, is a really random but very specific number. Who knows? A lot can happen in a year. And then this top corner here is my girlfriend's corner. I really wanted a really good group of girlfriends, and I couldn't be more grateful for the group of young women that I know and have gotten the privilege to get to know. If you tune into the summer vlog, you'll see every single one of them. I put Reti Supremacy. She's my forever inspo. And I put 23.8k for Instagram. I didn't even know how we got here, bruh. 20.7k. We just hit 20k literally like last week, and we're almost at 21k. So that's a really very random, very specific number, but you know what I'm saying, we getting there. My TikTok is at 235.4. That's still like 100k away from 322, but I don't know, can we do it before December? I believe in it. When I tell you, the last brand deal that I did was my biggest brand deal, that PayPal amount exactly. I will be doing another updated vision board coming up for the new year. Maybe we'll film it and do like a little like wine and vision board night. If there's one thing I'm gonna spend my money on, is a good pair of lashes. These lashes are my favorite lashes, and I say this, everybody says this, these are my favorite lashes. Don't play with her. This is the Kiss lash, you know what I'm saying, the Lash Couture in matte black, and I'm gonna zoom in so you can know the exact product number. Don't play with these lashes. This is the blue dual lash glue, so it is white and it dries clear. So it's white because then you can see where you're putting it. Trick for beginners: if you're just starting out and you want to learn how to put on lashes, put lash glue on your actual eye as eyeliner and then pop the lash on. But I feel like now's a good time to get into the Q&A since we're basically almost on our makeup. Somebody asked me, what are some tips on how to do your makeup? That's why this makeup tutorial is perfect. I feel like I was giving you guys some advice throughout everything, but I do have a whole series on my channel here where I go more in depth about makeup, and I really want to tap into doing like more chit chat get ready with me's and like straight up make tutorials where it's like we're not talking about anything else except makeup. Hi, you look amazing. Thank you. Oh, can I please explain how brand deals work? The way brand deal works is you have to have your contact information in your bio. Some brands do DM, but it's not often, at least in my experience. A lot of the times they'll send you an email and say, Kuti, hey, we're X so-and-so brand, we would love to work with you, this is what we would like to work with you on, let us know what your budget and your rates are. Or if they're only open to doing a gifted situation where they're just sending you a product, they'll say, hey, we would like to gift you this, please send us your address information. You don't pay for shipping. Oh my gosh, please guys, don't be paying for shipping. They'll literally take care of everything, and the only thing you have to do is just receive the package. And then if you want to post about it, you can post about it. But then with a brand deal, go back and say, hey, this is how much I charge per video. And then you'll either negotiate or they'll say, hey, cool, that's fine. And sometimes there's add-ons, like if they want you to post on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, or just TikTok and Instagram, or anything specific, they'll let you know all of those details, right? And usually they'll give you a brief. A campaign brief will usually be just like a document that has details about what the brand is about, what the product is about, the ingredients that are in the product, some talking points you could touch on. You don't have to a lot of the time, but they really prefer it when you like, you know, touch on something in the brief, you know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of like giving you as an influencer education about what you're going to be talking about. And then usually sometimes I'll have like in that brief they'll include some example content that other content creators have done in case you don't know exactly what you want to do. And they'll also send you a contract. Contracts are so important. Make sure you read through that contract, and if you don't want to read through it, upload it to ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT to make it make sense, and ChatGPT will hit you with the most important bits and make it less legalese. So you sign the contract, and the contract will include how much you get paid, how you get paid, and when you'll get paid. Usually it's within 90 days of you posting, and sometimes you have to send an invoice, but not always. And they'll also include what they're wanting, whether it's like one video on Instagram or one TikTok or whatever, it'll be specific. You sign the contract, you receive the product, you make your content, and then before you post, a lot of the times brands want to see the video, so you have to send it to them first. And then they'll say either yeah, or they'll say, hey, please take out this, or please change this. Always be ready for some changes. And then after they approve the post, they'll say, hey, it's good to go, you can post it. They'll usually ask you to use specific hashtags, and so that's kind of how a brand deal works, legit from start to finish. I believe you're rich in God. Do I believe it too? Yes, I do. Can I do a video on how I put in my contact lenses? We can do that. Mine is not a question, but girl, your content is just a breath of fresh air, and I really appreciate you, Tariro. Me and you, namesakes. My middle name is also Tariro, so tell you about my content creation journey. Ooh, I started creating content in 2019, and I didn't know anything about makeup. I didn't know anything about anything, but I went with my friend, and we went to the mall, and I bought my first makeup palette, and I bought a few things from like the drugstore, and I just decided to start getting into makeup. I used to make videos with my best friend in high school. We used to make YouTube videos that we never posted, and so I've always really had an interest in like content creation, but I felt like I didn't want to do it alone because I don't know, like it's just, I guess, the fear of like being judged, and also too, like I come from a very like conservative family, and so like I was also really worried about like what family's gonna think, what they're gonna say. I started with a food Instagram account because I was really scared to put myself out there. After like realizing, okay, this is not doing it for me, I decided to delete everything off of my regular family to Instagram. I did a photo shoot at home by myself. I just started posting, scheduling content. It took me like a year to get my first 500 followers. 2021 I grew to like 22k, and it stayed there until 2023. I started posting my reels, and a few popped off. Things just really just started going up from there. June of this year I hit 10k on Instagram. We just hit 20k last week. As for TikTok, I started my TikTok in 2018. TikTok journey was really slow. 2018, 2019 I started posting more often. 2020 I was posting like almost daily. In 2021 I grew a couple thousand, you know what I'm saying? In November of 2022 I hit 10k, and when I started 2023 I had like 11k or whatever. I grew to 100k in September of 2023. This point that I'm at today, which has been about a year since then. I don't know what else to say about my content creation journey. Bro, I feel like this video was like so long already. Let's go into the next question. Oh, somebody asked me, what I like most about doing my makeup. I really like the creativity, of course. I also just like transforming, and I like how makeup makes me feel. And I guess like a creative outlet. See, question mark. Do I plan on moving to the States? I did for the longest time. I don't know if I can live in the States. I think I would love to do like a coming to the States for like a month, or like coming to the States for like a few weeks and then going home. I don't know if I could live there though. Do I see myself becoming a full-time influencer? Not anytime soon. I feel like content creation for me is best, like I said earlier, when I'm just doing it for vibes. I don't know if I'm ready to do it full-time yet, because I feel like it would just really just kind of like suck the fun out of it. Not just for me, but for you guys too, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like once you become a full-time content creator, you kind of lose that like relatability. I feel like me having a job, me going to school, being with my family, these are the things that help keep me grounded and inspired to keep content. Am I still in Canada, and would I be going on vacation anytime soon? Vacation is pending, but yes, I'm still in Canada. What is my height? I'm 170 centimeters. Coming to SA, I have questions. Coming to SA, trust and believe. My facial expressions in your transition. What motivates me? What motivates me is having fun and also entertaining. I'm a people pleaser, and so I feel like content creation is like the best job for a people pleaser, because my entire job is essentially just like entertaining people and like making people laugh and like comforting people and like educating people as well. What would it take to put a ring on it? Can't just be the ring. I actually have stipulations, things I require in place before I can get married, but that is something that I feel like is not something that I want to put out there until it happens. When I'm married, I feel like that's when I'll be like, okay, bet, you know what I'm saying? But right now, it's like I don't ever want anybody to move to me because of what they think I want to hear, or because of who they think I want them to be. Does that make sense? I feel like when you come into a situation already knowing, okay, this babe, she likes a nigga who is like this and like da da and da da and da da da, they try to like mold themselves to be that person. And I just want a person who's gonna come to me as they are. And I have a man who's come to me as he is. What camera do I use? I like to vlog on my iPhone camera, but my iPhone camera actually broke. And so I currently am using my regular vlogging camera. This is the Canon M50, the Canon EOS M50. It's a mirrorless camera, and it came with the 15 to 45 millimeter lens, and that's the camera that I'm currently using right now. And this is actually a vlogging camera, but the lens that I want to get for it is the, I think it's the 11 to 22 milliliter, which is like a wider lens for it, but it's like a $600 lens. I'm also considering buying the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, and I feel like I really like how compact that one is. Last question. Someone asked, am I in a relationship? Yes. I don't think we have time for any more questions. I need to finish this makeup look and film for TikTok and then go to sleep. What do we think of the lip? This is the Beetlejuice trend or whatever, and I don't know. It's fine.
How you feeling? Sensational. Yeah. What didn't I do for you, girl? And I know, and I know, and I know I still do for you.
Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this vlog. Thank you so much for locking in, for tuning in. I'll see you guys on Friday for the next vlog. Bye.